Hello and welcome to our podcast. This is Steve with.
Eric?
Did I confuse you? Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, man. You threw me off.
This is All Strength.
No Int.
And what is our topic today, Mr. Eric?
We're talking about artists.
Artist?
Yes.
Our
Favorite artist.
music artist.
Yeah. I'm going with Picasso for my first one.
No. It's music artist, dude.
Right.
Picasso painted.
Oh, my bad.
He painted words to my ears.
That's what I was talking about.
So we're gonna do our usual top 10-ish, if we can get to it within these 45 minutes.
Hope you guys got some time.
So we're gonna start. Looks like me and Eric have similar taste in music, right, Eric?
Oh yeah.
Mostly.
Our top 10 are all the same.
Pretty much. Probably not.
Nah.
Yeah, but
I'll switch it up a little. I'll switch it up a little bit.
I mean, I have a couple that you probably don't like to hear, and probably the same way around. But I mean, that's why we're friends.
Yeah, I don't really like Boy George.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Have you heard Last Christmas, man? Dude, it's amazing. No, I'm serious. Have you heard it?
No.
You never heard Last Christmas? Yeah, you have. You've heard it.
I probably heard it, but
if you've been to a mall during Christmas, you've heard the song.
Oh God. Dude, don't you like zone those songs out after a while? Like,
No,
it's the
I
same
dance and sing.
Oh.
No, I know. Well, I mean, you've worked retail when you were at Toys R Us.
But we had our own music, like, since it was overnight. Like, we put our own jam, at
Dude.
Daddy Yankee,
Yeah, yeah, Christmas music. If you work in retail, everyone, I'm pretty sure
I
can relate.
would have killed myself.
They
Actually,
hate it.
no, I did work during the day, like 2 or 3 days, and yeah, it was like Christmas music on repeat. No, God, that was terrible.
And you're like, nah.
Yeah, I give up.
All right, so I think we can jump into our first one. It's rap. Do you want to do Tupac or you want to do Eminem first?
Which ladies first.
All right, so we'll do Eminem since he's a lady, a man lady.
I was talking about you, but anyways, go ahead.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I'll let you
start off the M.
Start off with Eminem because I think you're a bigger fan than I am.
Yeah, I mean Eminem is like, as an artist, his wordplay is like ridiculous. He can rhyme anything and tell you a story at the same time. Like, it just, I don't know. Like, a lot of his music, I like a lot of his music. Even like the fact, like, it's stupid, but it's hilarious.
F-A-C-K.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's just called Fact, right?
Yeah.
F-A-C-K. No, it's amazing how he can like you said, his wordplay. I don't think it's the same song, but one of the like lyrics I always like think in my head when I'm hearing the song, and I can't remember the song right now, but it's not even the most clever thing, but it makes me like laugh like every time I hear it. He says, "I'm gonna put it in park like dog shit." I think that's on Bad Meets Evil.
Oh yeah.
A Kiss, I think it's called.
Yeah, that's just hilarious.
Dude, and that guy too, like Royce
the 5'9",
yeah, he's pretty good too. But yeah, I mean, I haven't heard. I mean, I've got all his albums except for like one in between, like Relapse and the other one.
I got all of them. I mean, except for Eminem Show.
You don't have that one? That's my favorite album.
No, I liked it. But I didn't actually physically buy a copy of it. I had a copy of it.
You bought all the other copies.
I bought, because music that I like, I'll buy. Like,
Yeah.
or whatever. And
You try to support or patronage, yeah.
Exactly. So that's the only one. But like you said, like the I guess that bar that you said, the one that I like, I don't know, it was super clever to me, or one of my favorites. He says, "Crown so tight, there's no heir to the throne."
Nice.
And it's like, dude, like, how does he think of that stuff? I don't know. Like,
and then like his new stuff, it's all that. Like it's all like lyrically, like you got to think about what he just said while you're trying to keep up with what he's saying because it's very clever. Like,
yeah, I mean, even in Rap God, the thing he says at the end, like, how do you expect me to make you a cake if I can't batter? Or something like, he says something like that. But he's referring to like, yeah, he's referring to Chris Brown, battering Rihanna. I don't like the beating of women or whatever, but that's what he's referring to because they made a song named Cake.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
she made a song named Cake, but
it wasn't Chris Brown in it.
I don't think so.
I think it was. I think that's what he said. I don't know. But anyways, like, that's, you actually have to kind of think about it or know this stuff that he's saying that to make sense.
Well, that's one thing he did too, like on all of his albums, that he would use pop culture references. Because, like, I mean, his first two albums, it was like,
Calling everyone out.
yeah, and it'd always be like Clinton this, Clinton that, like.
That's what I don't get. Like people are mad, like, oh yeah, he's calling out Donald Trump. He called out every freaking president, except I don't think he said anything about Obama.
He talked about fellatio from Michael Lewinsky all the time, and
yeah, and Clinton.
People thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, Bush. Like he made a song called "White America" and was talking about the Bush administration the whole time.
Well, I guess it's just because Eminem is really flagrant, and when it comes to this, he's not joking.
I get well,
but I mean, there's good reasons for it. I mean,
yeah,
we won't get into politics here, but you know,
yeah.
like we said, you know.
But he's called out everybody. Yeah, I just don't like that people are like, oh, he's going after Donald Trump and blah blah. I was like, well, he went after, he goes after anybody. There's no one on his list that he just targeted and like singled out. Like he'll go after anybody
except for Christina Aguilera.
He went after her too.
He went after her because apparently she said something really small, like, "Oh, isn't she married to that Kim lady or girl?" Or
but I think he's cute. But he says,
and that pissed him off.
Yeah,
he went off for like 4 years on her, like in 3 albums.
No, I know, but it's like, I don't know. I guess he said he was on drugs and stuff. Well, you know, and I think he probably took it a different way than what she meant. Like, yeah, he probably felt like she was making fun of his wife.
But she wasn't.
But she wasn't.
I saw it.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, but when someone comes after your girl or something,
because you get a little bit more offended.
Yeah, and stuff. So or your kids, like Ja Rule, he ended his career. Went after, you know, Haley, said something about her. You can't do that, man.
Ja Rule sucked.
No, I know, but now he's like dead because he said something to Eminem.
I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, I guess you're right. I mean,
that was.
I mean, his song, like, what's a Marshall on the Marshall Mathers LP? What's a song where he's super angry with Marilyn Manson's video and he's falling from the thing in the video? He's falling from a building. It's a fucking badass song. I just can't remember the name.
That's The Way I Am.
The Way I Am. Like, he's saying, like, he can't even go out and feed his daughter, or he can't take a shit without someone standing by it.
Yeah, I mean,
no, what's all your autograph? Yeah, I mean, it's just like, yeah, I guess he didn't take being a celebrity that well. But I mean, it came to a lot of good music just like that, if you ask me.
I don't know, man. I like the. I don't know. It's different. I mean, like you said, right? He was like living in a trailer park, and then he was doing this. He was picked on. This is another reason why I like him. He was picked on as a kid. He lived, you know, he was at the bottom pretty much. Couldn't pay rent. His mom.
Would you say rock bottom, like his song?
Yeah. Well, that song is actually one of my favorite ones, man.
Oh, it's a good song. Yeah. Dude, I mean, I guess maybe a lot of his early music, it was like, okay, I can relate to this mostly. I like the feeling, his true anger, his true like emotion, even though he wasn't trying to be emotional, because, you know, that made him look weak in his mind because, you know, the masculinity thing.
Yeah.
It still came out great. It's like why I think a lot of people like Linkin Park, you know, it's just because they throw out like things people are feeling, but no one ever wants to say.
Yeah.
And it's just like Eminem, like you're saying with the whole Trump thing, like where he literally speaks his mind when it comes to that type of stuff, which, I mean, nowadays, who isn't afraid to say that type of stuff, you know?
Yeah. Well, everyone, because we're in the era where you say something and safe spaces all around and stuff.
Yeah, it's a era of everyone records everything.
Yeah, which is Anyways, but yeah, that like I said, that's the other reason is because of that. He like came from nothing, dude. Like he literally started at the bottom, and
started from the bottom. Oh wait, that's Drake.
But then, like you said, that fame, like he probably never imagined it. He probably didn't know what it, you know, what came with it.
Yep.
So like for him to go from nothing to like one of the biggest or the biggest star, that kind of like probably threw him off guard.
That's still relevant to this day a little bit. I mean, not as he used to
well,
be.
Well, he says it in one of his songs in the latest CD.
Yeah, I get it. I'm not the relevant that he used to be. It's like that, right?
No, he said like, I like dream of going to Target and just walking around.
Oh, he says that?
Like I miss doing that. Like he didn't say that in those words, but he says it. Like,
yeah,
I would like to go to Target and just walk around and look at random shit.
Yeah.
Without being hassled, pretty much.
Yeah, I guess you take it for granted. I don't know. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, I don't know when this
Well,
podcast takes off. I don't know, man. I probably won't be able to walk outside my house. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I went to Walmart the other day and I had like 70 people line up for autographs.
I think it's a polar opposite of that as far as fame.
Go on.
It's our next topic, probably. Tupac and Biggie, but Biggie,
Well, see, like I like Biggie. I like some of the Biggie stuff, but like I don't know, something about his voice like bored me.
because
I don't
he's
know
like
if you know.
sounds lethargic because he's overweight.
No, it's not. I guess it was like more monotone. Like there's no
Oh.
character to it. It was like he was rhyming, and I liked his lyrics. They were clever.
Yeah.
But like Tupac had emotion. Like he like
he screams at you just like
no,
Eminem did.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he was like there was like a showmanship to him. Like it. I don't know. It grabbed you.
I mean, one of my favorite songs starts off with, "First all, fuck your bitch," and the click you claim, and you're just like, whoa, what?
Well, this is a good
smacked
one.
me in the face. Like I just woke up. I'm like, I'm sorry. Did you just say first off, fuck your bitch?
No, yeah. I mean, man, Tupac. I think it sucked that we lost him, but man, he had some great freaking music. I mean, I used to just go into like listen to music in my room, dude. Bump Tupac for like 4 or 5 hours and just get lost in the music, man.
And he had like those strong lyrics, those gangster raps, those party anthem songs. But he also had those two like songs like "Dear Mama," where
He's thanking his mom. I mean, that's
very
like,
vulnerable. The things he would say, the things that he would share with with people.
Happy Home, one of my favorite songs, man.
Happy
He just
Home,
talks about having a nice home with a wife, and it's like,
yeah,
who doesn't want that?
Arguably, Thug's Mansion could be something too, where it could be more
Yeah.
personal. What's the I always forget the name of it, but I like the song. One where he talks about like young teenage girls growing up. What's the name of that song?
Brenda Got a Baby.
Okay, that song too. Brand's Got a Baby is pretty good, but the other one, wow, I can't remember.
Dude, I don't know what you're talking about.
The one where he's
Respect
talking about
our
girls
women?
respecting themselves. Yeah,
We gotta respect. I know what you're saying, but I can't
right.
remember it.
But I mean, it's not really important the name of the song. But I mean, it's just that he, I guess what I think a lot of people liked about him was that he was still, even though like he gained, celebrity status and he gained all that fame, he was still able to make music where like he was down to earth.
Yeah.
And I think that's why a lot of people liked him because
But it changes. Like he's
that too.
yeah, that like that kind of music, like it does inspire people. He even said himself, "I may not be what changes the world, but I'm gonna spark the mind that does."
Oh yeah, there you go.
It's like that's brilliant. That's
To
even
My
if-
Unborn Child is another song by the
yeah,
way.
Letter to My Unborn Child. That's a really good one. I mean, there's a lot, man. He's got like
Do for
man,
Love. He actually had a
good.
lot of music that was actually kind of like, oh shit, it's not just this crazy rap where I'm gonna cuss everybody out and sound all like,
macho and I mean,
bougie
he
and
did
shit.
have those songs, but I think that's kind of when he like got into more like into death row and started being. They were kind of gangster.
Yeah, and then I mean, a lot of people were messing with him, so he got really angry.
Well, I mean,
Even like songs like "Wonder Why They Call You Bitch," like
he's not. It's not a
makes
bad song
sense. And no, it makes sense. Like
because he's telling them like you go around, you sleep with all these guys, and all of them are pretty much friends, and then you wonder why they call you bitch. It's like, yeah, that's why they call you bitch.
and I found the name of the song. Keep your head up. How can I
There
forget
you
that?
go.
I ain't mad at you too. Talking about his
Oh,
friend
oh,
that
yeah, dude.
went left him. and-
That's scary though. That music video
yeah.
is scary because it's almost exactly how he passed away.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, our favorite song that we like sharing.
Oh yeah. Which-
Pain.
Oh, Pain.
What's the line he says? The beginning.
That's
Can you feel my pain? Something like
like I can feel your pain. Share it with me.
that. Just say that shit all the time.
Yeah.
But and then
Nah,
like
man. He I don't know. Like that guy. I mean, I listened to a lot of rap before, but like Tupac like really got me into like rap, like super. Like that's all I listened to. Cause I was listening to Bone Thugs before Tupac, cause they were the shit back in the day, and then Tupac came. I mean, he was kind of around the same time, but I was listening to more to Bone Thugs because my brother kind of influenced the way I listened to music, because he was able to buy the CDs and stuff.
Yep.
And then Tupac came out, and that's all I listened to. Like I literally had like 200 freaking Tupac songs and how you just listen to any of them.
There's a lot of good songs, man. Like I'm just looking through my iPod right now. It's just like I could name like a billion of them.
Yeah, even that remix they did in the air tonight.
Oh yeah,
It's like not really a Tupac song,
but it's good.
but it's like yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. He's great artist, great artist.
Yeah, they're both. I mean, they're pretty similar to Tupac and Eminem when it comes
Dude,
to
he
like.
died at
doing that.
25.
I didn't even
25.
realize that. 1994, and that's the year he died.
Yeah, he died in 96.
96, that's the year he died. I knew that.
He was born a day after me.
Was he?
Well, not like an actual day after me, but June 16th, and I'm born June 15th.
Ah,
But he was
okay.
like 1974, I think, or something. 71, my bad. I mean, that guy's, I don't know, like, he lived till he was
Teardrops and closed
25.
caskets. Man, I don't know, man. I mean,
He
had, like,
literally wrote a CD in 7 days.
was he one of those like he didn't write down his lyrics?
Well,
No, he did.
he did. Yeah, he had a lot of notes. And his poetry, man. I don't know if you ever listened to his poetry or read his poetry.
Never read it, but it was really renowned. And like people said it was great.
Dude, he had a song called Mama's Just a Little Girl. So he talks about a little girl that had a baby when she was young and no husband or anything. I don't think she got raped, but it's something like the guy leaves her or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in the end, he like, it's not the exact poem that he wrote, but he wrote a poem called The Rose That Grew from the Concrete.
Oh yeah, that's the most famous one.
Yeah. But he says it in a different way in the song.
Mm-hmm.
There's like we always wonder like why roses have like thorns or whatever,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
but you never wonder why it like it's coming spurting out from the concrete. Like
Yeah.
like it's not like, that's like, not the exact quote because I haven't listened to it for a while, but it's like
Basically,
saying
you're saying it's deep.
yeah, but if you think about it, like thorns, it's tough or whatever, it's got its protection or whatever, but it's coming out from the concrete. Like that's like what's it called? It's like impossible, right? So you're coming from somewhere that's hard, that's tough, or whatever, but you're
With
still
no
sprouting.
dirt. Yeah. All that
Yeah,
stuff.
it's like I don't know, it's deep, but I mean it's great. Like I read the whole poem book, and there was a lot of them. A lot of them he made to Will Smith's wife, man. Yeah,
That's so
dude.
bad stuff.
No, but they
Jada
were in
Pinkett
love.
Smith?
Yeah, they were in love. He did that one movie with her. Oh my god, what's it called? Poetic Justice?
Something like that.
I
And
think
he's in a
it's-
few movies. He was trying to break into that too, but then things
well, he
happened.
came in. Yeah, he had that Gridlock. That's the one where he passed away around that time,
I think so.
and he did well. I mean, he did really well. He was in Juice. I actually watched
for
it.
90s movies, I guess he's a pretty. I don't really remember, dude.
If you watch Juice, he did a really good bad guy.
Juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did really good as a bad guy, somewhat of a bad guy.
Al Pacino.
Snoop Dogg.
Oh.
Snoop Dogg in Training Day. Hey, yo, Jay, wanna go? Jay, wanna go home? Listen, everything I'm telling you right now, there's everything in me, within me. Okay, I do.
Nah, yeah, he's good.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, Tupac and Biggie, everyone holds them in high regards, and then you got Eminem. There's other rappers too we can talk about, but I think those are pretty much our top two, right?
Top two. I mean,
For English.
English, yes. Well, there's another rapper that I respect a lot. I never really bought his albums, but I liked his music. Was Mos Def?
Most Def. Yeah.
Mos Def.
Yeah, he's most definitely.
Mos definitely.
Mos definitely. You dumb.
No, but like he came out in the Chappelle show. I liked his little raps he did in the Chappelle show. Little freestyles. He like had a whole bunch of freestyles and battle raps that like was
Oh
amazing.
yeah, he was good at that, huh?
Oh yeah, dude. Off the
What was
top.
this song? His famous song?
Eye Against Eye, the one with Blade.
Nah, the booty song. What's it called? Something. It's not Miss New Booty. It's he has a song. I can't think of it.
I don't know. I don't, like I said, I never like got his CDs. Is probably a mistake of mine. Probably gonna get some, but I liked his music, man. He had his wordplay was
Miss
really
Fat Booty. That's the name of the song.
Oh, there you go.
Who doesn't like that song? A lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's an honorable mention, but he's like he's good.
Yeah. No. I mean. Yeah. No. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, there's a lot of smart rappers out there. Like I said, there's Worst 5'9". There's
Oh, like
Eminem, there's-
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah. Sure.
No, I'm just
And
kidding.
whoever sang the Tokyo Drift song,
Oh my god.
Okay, so we're gonna move on
videos.
to our next topic. That's gonna be Two Live Crew.
Oh god.
Honorable mention.
That's an
I mean,
honorable.
they're
Dude,
entertaining. I like them a lot, but
that's
like it's the most
actually.
misogynistic music I've ever heard in my
Oh
life.
yeah, dude, it was freaking terrible. No, they were banned in the USA. That's why they made a CD called "Banned in the USA." But no, I mean, if you think about it though, that was kind of like trap back then, or mumble rap, because people didn't
Oh, you
really
don't
like
like
it.
it, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't really like. I mean, it was cool because it's like party songs, like the kind of cruise, and like I don't really like the words they're saying,
I
but
mean,
it
I
just
used to bump that shit in my 1994 Toyota Camry that had skin
because
disease.
they had bass, like they were catchy songs, dude. Yeah, exactly.
Nah,
What
dude.
and what, like, those things are amazing.
Yeah,
But
man. Those are party jams. You're right.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
it's more to go dance or they go, like that stuff, not like to like sit down like, these guys make a lot of sense, you know.
Oh man. Okay, so we'll move on to our another that we agree on. We'll say Aventura and Romeo Santos for the Spanish speakers. It's Romeo Santos.
Romeo. What is it?
Aventura.
Aventura.
So I mean, there's a lot. I know you know a lot about them. I just know the last album for Aventura and Romeo Santos. And when it comes to me, the reason why I like both, I mean, the band and the singer Romeo Santos is because I'm a sucker for voices, man. Like that guy sounds like an angel.
Dude, he's like fucking Fergie mixed with Jesus. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
man.
just-
Like he's a songbird of our generation. Like seriously.
what happened? No. No, is it? I can. Oh.
But yeah, no, he sounds he's amazing. There's not really much to say when it comes to his voice other than that if you don't get like some type of like goosebumps when he hits those high notes and like comes back down and just I don't know. I don't think you have
No,
ears.
he's better live than he is freaking on the CD.
Obviously, we had our mandate. We went to go see
I know,
them.
dude. God,
Gosh.
made out 7 times.
What? What?
Anyways, no, but like yeah, his voice is amazing. Like it goes really well. Like
Hold on, I'll give you a sample. I'm just kidding.
no, but like I don't know, his voice goes really well, and I mean, yeah, it's like it's romantic music or sad music or whatever it is, but like these topics, if you ever, well, I mean, I can't say if you ever, well, if you ever dated anybody, because it can go for guys and girls. I mean, obviously he's talking about girls because he's a guy.
You dated someone?
Like
Oh yeah, you have a
50
son. My bad.
52 years ago. You can kind of relate to what he's talking about. I mean, he talks about heartbreak and stuff like that, and most of us have gone through heartbreak and stuff like that. And like he goes into like it's a lot of feelings in his music, so he goes into like shit that you've probably gone through, so you can relate to a lot of his music.
I mean, I know a lot of people, and what you're talking about relating, in relation to that, I think what's crazy about that band is even people who don't know Spanish. I know some people that actually like the music, and they might understand everything, may understand some of it, but they'll still like it. And then like you'll have people like me and you like it, and then like our moms like it, like
Yeah, it's
our
everybody.
family members like them.
But see, he uses a really high vocabulary in Spanish.
Oh yeah,
Like it's not just your usual.
it's hard to sing it.
all that, but he like I don't know. Spanish is a lot.
He's very
different.
eloquent with the
Yes.
way he uses words. Yeah,
And his wordplay is on par. He writes his own stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's
well, if not, it wouldn't sound good because honestly, there's a lot of people like I don't even know what the hell he's called now, but like Puff Daddy, P Diddy, Did, D. I don't know what his name is
the
anymore.
P. I don't know,
The
whatever.
I don't know what his name is anymore, but like he doesn't write his lyrics, and it shows, dude. Like it doesn't sound good. Like I remember when he first started out, like he did, and like it was like okay, people liked it. You're going to it. It's like okay, this guy can be.
Oh,
Actually be
you mean
good.
the whole yeah.
No, before that. I mean after that,
Yeah.
when he was actually in his own album, Puff Daddy
I'm
and the
just
Family,
kidding.
whatever.
Excuse me.
But then now, like people write his lyrics out, and you can tell like it's forced. That's the reason why.
Well, I mean, it depends though. Like he made a song. Romeo made a song with Talia before he went away from Aventura,
Yeah.
and like he wrote the song for her and him, so he wrote her lyrics. and he won a Grammy for it.
So he's a
Latin
lyrical
Grammy.
genius.
But I guess he maybe explained it to her or something, and made her come out like she put a lot of feeling into it. Maybe it's the artist too. Like it came out like
I
she
just
wrote
think
her
you're
part.
blinded, like with rose tinted sunglasses, because you think Shakira is your wife.
No, that's Talia.
Oh shit! Just kidding.
She's pretty too, though. She's pretty too. Don't get me wrong. But
Talia, I don't even remember what she looks like anymore. So
she looks exactly the same as she did before.
no, I mean I don't know what she looks like at all. Like I don't remember. I still remember
Talia, dude. If
Go-
your mom watched telenovelas, dude.
Wait, was that the one?
She was
something
in-
in the Dos Mujeres?
No. She was in Maria del Bar. Oh, what is it?
Dude, I know
She-
telenovelas. Blame my mom, dude.
She like played like a broke
Used to.
girl in one of the novelas. Like she was like the something del barrio, like Maria del Barrio, something like that.
Maria del Barrio.
Yeah, something like that.
Damn it, mom.
I know, dude.
Dude, I'm
Yeah,
sweet.
I know.
Dude, that thing came out like in 1991.
Look, Sarah told
92. How the hell
me.
was I
Sarah
watching
told
it?
me that you guys got to spend 2 hours a week looking at novelas.
We watched Sex in the City. Hi, I'm Miranda.
No, but like, I don't know, like,
She does look exactly the same.
dude, she has a song right now with Nati Nat, and she looks exactly the same.
All right, did we get it? You're in love with her, okay? Whatever.
No, I mean, Shakira's my one and only. Actually, no, she might be changed for a younger one. Sorry, I had to upgrade.
Hi, I'm
Hey,
Samantha.
Becky G, dude. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
But yeah, no,
What
I
can I
mean,
say?
and not only that, but another thing about what I like about Aventura, and I guess I could say even Romeo, but mostly Aventura from what I've heard, is when they get on the little
Guitars,
guitar.
man.
Yeah,
God
man, that
damn.
guy's amazing.
Yeah, freaking Lenny.
It's like I've never heard a guitar being used like that. Like there's-
Yoda.
Llora guitarra. Like
You make
know,
the guitar cry, dude.
yeah, dude, and it's true. Like you've heard the Beatles, you've heard all these rock bands, you've heard different ways to use it, but like it sounds distinctly like Latin culture type of.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's dude. It's
It makes me
amazing.
cry sometimes.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, what's your favorite album?
Of Aventura,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
telling you, I've only listened to like the last two. So I mean, the last like every song on there except for
It's amazing.
one where they talk like La Tormenta. It's a good song, but I always skip it because the beginning like he talks too much for me. But literally almost every song on there like I listen
Tormenta's
to.
a really deep song.
It is.
dude.
It is good.
Deep.
And I like how they switch off the singer sometimes too. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I really don't like what's his face's voice that much. But,
What's his name?
Dude, I forgot, man.
He sings that one song, Tengo un amor, right?
No, that's like back in the day. That's
Back
Toby
in-
Love.
Toby
He used
Love.
to be in Aventura, like
Toby
the
Love.
first CD they had.
You see, like I
Los
knew.
Teenagers. That's what
Los,
they were
los
called.
teenagers.
Los
Mira,
Teenagers.
we're like the teenagers, eh?
But man, like I think the last is probably one of my favorite CDs because it's not just about heartbreak, but he actually has the songs that get you over girls too. Like he has a song.
I don't know. He
like-
has songs about growing up too, and just in
Well,
general.
it's everything. Like it's,
yeah.
but it's stuff that you can relate to. You can literally relate to almost every song in that.
I mean, I guess
I could. I mean, I don't know.
guess if you're Latin. Mhm.
I mean, you gotta. I mean, if you know Spanish, you guys gotta learn Spanish, guys.
Spanglish.
It's
No,
Spanglish.
I mean, yeah. I'm like I said, I'm a big fan of both of them, and we went to go see them at what was it? The Coliseum, Romeo Santos.
Yes.
And he sang. He did like a fan tribute or no. That's what they call when they're appeasing the fans. I forget what they call it.
I don't know what it's called,
oh.
but he asked people to give him songs and he'll sing them like old
That was
school songs.
amazing. Like
That
he's
was
like, yeah,
awesome.
give me old songs and sing, man. We were both like, "A veces quiero llorar," and you
I
couldn't
lost my
hear
voice.
us.
I lost my
You
voice.
couldn't
then.
hear us, man. Like I yelled it so loud, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, God, whatever.
It's all right. He didn't want to cry right now. He was in a happy mood. Yeah. I don't know.
All right. So okay. So do we have any other ones that we have together?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, then I'll move on to my favorite band then, and then you can go on to your favorite,
Whatever.
most likely like reggaeton person.
Yeah. Go on.
So I mean, I've been a fan of Muse since like I was in high school. And
Muse?
Muse. I think the first song I heard it was like from one of our old friends, Jeff, actually. Called Sunburn. The reason why I liked it is because the guy's falsettos are just amazing. And like I said from the beginning, I'm a sucker when it comes to singing and voices. So I think he's on par, if not, dare I say, even better than Romeo Santos
Get
when
the
he's singing.
fuck out of here right
And the
now.
only reason I'm saying that is because
I'm
his
done.
range is from like his range is like from like outer space down to China. I
I
think.
mean,
we're down to China.
have you heard Romeo even
Oh,
try
I've
it?
heard him.
Try
I heard
it?
him. I've seen him in concert,
Have you
and I've
ever,
also seen Muse in
have you
concert.
ever heard him try to do that?
Oh, I've heard him.
No. You know why?
Why?
Everyone will be pregnant in that concert. And they had to pay child support.
Everyone in the first 3 rows would be in a splash zone would be pregnant.
First 3 rows, dude. The whole city, fucking England, would be
I
pregnant.
don't know, man.
dude.
I was there. I don't think I'd get pregnant. I'm just saying. Anyways, moving
You had
on.
2 butt babies that day.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I mean, and then I'm also the next thing I'm a sucker for when it comes to music is gonna be, guitar. It's gonna be guitar. It's gonna be bass, and I haven't heard anything even close to the solos or the even like rhythmic guitars or the bass, when it comes to Muse. So it's something that is very amazing, and I can tell you right now that if you listen to their album, the studio albums, and you go to their concert, it's really fucking hard to tell if we're not just playing off a CD. And the only reason you can tell is because he'll like add little, kind of like Romeo Santos, which I don't know if I pointed out to you. The reason why I liked it so much live is that he would like throw in little things that like kind of like enhance the song a little bit, and it's not an album,
Yeah.
but like he'll throw it in there, like he would throw in like a little bit higher note at the end of a song, or hold a note,
Or
and
change the lyrics to fit where he's at.
yeah, exactly, and that's exactly what happens. Um, just like in Muse, like he'll go a little bit crazy on the solo, he'll change it up. It won't sound like it, but it'll be like a solo within a solo, because
Yeah.
a solo is just like using the same notes, same chords, but like bouncing them around and kind of doing that. He does that and it sounds fucking amazing. Um, so that's the reason why. I mean, I think it's like, I can't remember how many albums, 6 or 7, but one of the few bands, a few artists that I can listen from front to end. I don't know. We all have one of those. Like what?
Romeo. Oh,
I
what-
mean, there's probably one we
what-
can actually agree on. I forgot, but we'll go after you go on yours. But like System of a Down, like, right? I mean,
yeah.
those albums, like, I don't know, for me at least, when I was growing up, it was like from front to back.
Not gonna lie, I really didn't like him.
You really didn't like them back then?
But I didn't like him because I didn't listen.
Yeah.
I was just, my brother was like, "Oh, you need to get into rock," and I was like, "Nah, fuck you,"
Oh,
yeah. It's like, nah. But
it was
then,
just, yeah,
but it was because I was being forced to,
yeah,
you.
yeah.
But like,
That's
it
how I was.
started-
With rock, that's how I was with rock music too. I didn't like System Down at first, actually, too, because I was just like, kind of sounds like a noise, and then like, I mean, I like Slipknot now, but back then I was just like, dude, this sounds just like garbage.
Well, like when we used to work out, we used to listen to like Disturbed,
yeah,
System
Eh.
of a Down, and things like that. And it was more of background music, and I wasn't really listening to the music. And then it kind of got like, since I was kind of forced to listen to it, I was like, I hate these guys. Then I got older, and I was like, you know what, let me give them a shot. They had catchy songs.
it's very political.
Yes.
Just and music's very political too, and like a lot of like
But their voices go well, man. Like,
they harmon. Oh yeah, dude. We'll talk about them.
but both singers.
Actually, no. We can talk about them now, but yeah, no, exactly. I forget his name. Darren. I can't pronounce his last name. And then Serge Tankian.
Lonely Day, man.
Their harmonizing is, I think, why a lot of people like their band. Other than the hard guitars, everyone can like that. Any band could do that.
Yeah.
But because they harmonize, everyone like that. And it's funny because me and my sister Wendy, our voices are pretty similar, and we would harmonize a lot when we sang like System Down songs in the car and stuff like that. And it's funny that you brought that up because that's one big thing about that band I think that is amazing, is that they can harmonize like no other. And it just sounds good. Like, it's hard rock, but it just sounds good. Like, I mean, a lot of songs like are aged, just like movies, just like anything else, games, where you can feel like, oh yeah, this is from an older generation. You can tell because the way it sounds or the way that it feels, like in a game.
Yeah.
But like, they still hold up pretty well. Like, that
You don't
means
think it's like freaking 15-year-old songs. Like,
yeah,
holy
I
crap.
mean, because you're old. I mean, because you've heard
Yeah.
them, but like, yeah, they can still hold up. Like right now is Darren is coming out with his second album for his side project band, which is called Scars on Broadway. I think the reason why I like it so much is because it reminds me of System of a Down, and I
Yeah.
wish there was another System of a Down CD. And I'll be honest with you, like you can listen to it after, but like if you were to play that song, 10, 15 years ago, whenever the hell they came out, like so much long ago, we're freaking old, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Like it sounds almost exactly like that.
That's awesome. I mean,
It's
it
pretty
doesn't sound
good,
old
man.
though. Like those songs don't sound old.
I don't know, man. It just brings me back to old
I
memories.
know it brings you back, but like
Yeah.
it goes on par with some of the stuff that's going today. Actually, I take it back. It does sound a couple years old because now like everyone's just mixing in with the freaking what's it called, like the
But that's why it's good. Because
what?
I mean, all this mixed in crap, all these
Yeah,
extra
that's what I'm
noises,
saying. Like, they're trying
and
to
you can't
like
even play that like if you went to a concert, like it'd be weird.
yeah.
Yeah.
You have
I
to
mean,
have like a DJ,
I feel like I sound like my dad, but it's just like it's like a lot of noise,
Yeah, like that concert we went to last year,
Which one?
Rammstein.
Rammstein? Rammstein's not a lot of noise. No, I meant like
I
noise,
mean, no,
like this
it was
dubstep
awesome. I'm
shit.
just saying, it's
Dubstep and all this electronics. I
Yeah.
mean, I like a lot of electronic music, a lot of like dubstep, a lot of. I know. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying. I'm
well, they did though. They do have that too, though. Rammstein,
like what? What song?
like freaking Du Hast.
What,
mean, it's
what
like-
part of that is like electronic sounding?
The whole thing almost. It sounds.
Nah,
I mean,
man, it's
like
just
an
guitar.
older.
It's a good voice. It's bass. It's
The guy's
drums.
doing the things the whole time.
That's
Yeah.
that's a synthesizer. That's been around since the 80s.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the old style.
Oh,
It's
I mean,
not
I
like.
guess,
I mean, obviously, they didn't have the same.
but mostly like 95%.
No, but I like
is,
Rammstein,
all-
so I mean, I'm not gonna say anything bad again.
Rammstein.
Yeah, dude, the concert was amazing. Dude, it was probably my favorite concert.
I didn't understand shit they were saying. to
But
be
I don't
honest,
give a fuck.
though.
But they did a
They
great
could have
show.
been like, "You
They
fuck
could-
Americans."
they could have been like-
"Screw everybody."
They could have been
ram
flipping
you,"
me
and
off the whole time.
And I was like, "Yeah, fire!"
Yeah, dude, blowing shit up, fire. I mean, when it came out and threw the hat and it blew up, that it was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, dude, it was worth the wait too because I remember it took forever for them to come out.
And it was freaking. Man, I mean, remember how hot it was over there?
Mm-hmm.
114, like humid as.
And then they had like all those like precious AC in there, and you're like, all of a sudden these fireballs came out from their stage. You were just like,
It's fucking hot.
yeah, it got super hot. all
Dude,
over.
I can't. People in the front row probably had their eyebrows burned off and stuff, dude. It was. Yeah.
I mean, I got a lot of bands we talk about. Those are like, yeah, I didn't even think about those actually. Now you're talking about it, but I mean, like, just to rattle off some like honorable mentions for me. I mean, it's like you have like these bands that are completely different and completely different sounding and almost jazzy in their own right. Like I have like Metronomy, and then I'm pretty sure you never heard of them, but you have Block Party, which is an English band. These are all English bands so far. You got the Strokes. I'm sure everyone's heard of the Strokes. They're American. The Deftones. I've been through so many of their concerts. Incubus. It's like all my favorite bands I can think of right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're all rock, so I guess it's the genre I think that I've grown into, and also just it keeps on playing. Like I'm listening to songs like, wow, I feel old when I was in high school, growing up. But I mean, like, yeah, a lot of these bands. I mean, they've been around since high school. They're still playing, so
Yeah.
just not System of a Down. Bastards. You dying? Rock is dying. That's a good point.
Yeah. Oh, there's Lil Wayne.
He's rock?
Just kidding. He tried to do a rock like album.
No, I guess you're. I didn't even think about that. A lot of the bands. What new band is out today? Can't think of any.
I mean, I'm not like what?
It's called Rebirth. Little Wayne's rock album is called Rebirth.
There you go. Hey, did you team
I
up
want to
with him?
rescind my gaming name forever. Jesus. Okay, so we got rock bands covered. We got rap covered. We got a little bit of Latin covered. You got any other favorite bands?
I mean, no, but one of my favorite Spanish rappers is well, it's a band
I
too.
want to stop you there.
Like,
All right,
Calle
so moving on.
13.
Calle 13. Oh shit. Okay, I thought you were gonna say Bad Bunny. I was like, oh god, dude.
Nah.
There's not enough yet.
No, he's still new. He's good, but he's still new. No, Calle 13, man, that guy was like amazing. He got popular because he started talking shit about the FBI when they went into Puerto Rico and assassinated Where did it go?
What's that?
Assassinate somebody, but
What's
they
that
said
album that
fuck
came
the
out
FBI.
with No Hay Nadie Como Tú, and then like the Electric one, and
Cafe Cafe Tacuba. They came out with that song.
that was actually a pretty good album. And I never really
All
gave
of
him a
them.
chance. Exactly, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I never really gave him a chance, and then I started, delving into more of their music. But
His
he's
lyrics,
also again a lyrical
lyricist.
assassin
Yes.
on the par with Eminem, if you ask me. Pretty close, not on par, but I guess
He's the
he's a
Spanish
birdie.
Eminem.
He's a
That's what they
birdie.
call him.
Weapon?
They call him the Spanish or the Latin Eminem.
Yeah, I mean a lot of it. But he also has that same like, smooth groove type like, um command of the language, if you will, like
Yeah.
Romeo sounds in Spanish, because a lot of his songs are just like that sounded really good, and that was a really hard word to say in Spanish, if you ask me.
Yes, and the other thing about him is he uses a lot of double meaning things. So like you really have to know the language. Even it's hard for me that I speak Spanish and stuff, but you really have to know the language to understand everything he's saying because he's using a lot of double meanings. A lot of his raps, like you like, oh, that sounds like normal. No, he's like talking about like humping a girl or something. Like he'll say those things, but it sounds like he's saying sweet things, but no, he's cussing you out.
Mm.
Like it's crazy the way he uses his wordplay.
He's secretly offending you.
Oh yeah, yeah. He says it too, like in lyrics. Like you guys gotta listen to my stuff twice before you play it on the radio. And he just like that's the thing. He doesn't care if he's not on the radio. Like they ban him in Puerto Rico. He can't be on the radio in Puerto Rico because he talks so much shit about um the government. Like he actually, I think what do they have over there? Is it governor or something like?
Governor, I don't know, dude.
I don't
Don't
know,
ask
but
me.
whatever the guy in charge of Puerto Rico, one of the whatever in charge of Puerto Rico, like he's like, dude, if you do like a drug test, he called him out. If you do a drug test and you pass it, then I'll stop talking shit about you. And the guy never showed up, so he's like, yeah, that's what I thought, and that's probably why he got banned in Puerto Rico. But
Hmm.
he does get really political, but also like he never said he was reggaeton, and he won the reggaeton like artist of the year,
Right.
and then people started attacking him. So then he made a song called Sin Nombres or something like that or whatever,
Oh, I think I heard of it.
and he called everybody out. Well, he just talked about everybody like in double meaning, so he kind of talked shit about everybody that did reggaeton,
Mm-hmm.
and like used some of their lyrics or like some of the stuff they said in
Yeah.
the song, and it was like, oh man. He called Evie Quinn out. Like I think that's what killed her career because she's not around anymore. He called her out.
No, the
sick.
reggaeton lady, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
He
Actually, that
called her
reminds me of a rapper too that I don't think a lot of people
Eminem?
give credit to,
Oh.
and it's kind of like nerdy rap. Well, he even says it in one of his songs. It's nerd rap that nerdy black kids could rap back, because well, his whole thing. Okay, well, first of all, before I get into it, it's Childish Gambino,
No,
or his real name Donald Glover. A lot of his like early raps were like very like, I mean, they still are, but a lot of them are like very deep as far as him growing up being picked on, and how he didn't fit in with his black community or his white community, because he was in between, because he's both half black and half white. And it's pretty crazy because most rap is gonna be like, oh yeah, like especially in 90s, 2000s, post 2010s, it's always about what, like blunt hose and like 40s and
yeah.
20-inch rims, all this crap. So then it's kind of like when you hear other rap, it's kind of refreshing, because like this guy was talking about like he couldn't fit in with the black community, so he says like like a white person can wear any hat and fit in, but if you're a black guy
So
waking up, you can only wear one hat. And
what kills the community, man? Black community, Mexican community, the same shit, dude.
exactly.
That's the worst thing. It's like Mexicans and blacks, they talk about themselves more than anything else. Instead of like coming together, like
Mhm.
we just talk shit about our own.
Well, that's what I mean. Basically, what I'm trying to say is like everyone should be the same, and it's unfair for people to unfortunately grow up like that. And
Yeah.
and the whole thing too is like, yeah, it's very smart rap too. Like you were talking about double meanings, and the whole time I was just like, holy shit, this is Childish Gambino, and he has like the clever raps there in there too. But like you even have like nerdy stuff that nerds can relate to. Like I think one of his things, my favorite lyrics that he says, he's like, and this is just like a small expert. I'm not sure if he says like this anymore, but he says everything that I'm saying, I'm super saying like Goku. Like you're like saying what? Yeah, you know, if you didn't ever watch it, right? But you know, he's trying to say saying like
Yeah.
Saiyajin, and I just thought that was hilarious.
I
And
haven't really listened into it. I like the This Is America song, but the music video was great. But
mhm.
I know he's clever. Like he's super clever guy.
That, I mean, yeah, I mean, the whole time in that video, he's
Double
talking about
meanings.
how like crappy the state of America is, yet like he tells you that there's all these things that are distracting us, and it's exactly what he does in the video. Like he's just too goofy not to look at. Like
Yep.
he's dancing all funny, he's dancing all great, and then like you know like it's this really catchy song, and then the whole time like all this like
Mayhem.
mayhem's going on and pandemonium, you know.
But they like there's little clever things in the video that like oh shit. Like every time he kills somebody, they get the gun like
They clean
really
it.
calmly. They clean it up. You
Because
know,
it's really
like,
important in America
yeah.
and everything else isn't. Yeah, lives aren't.
Like,
Yeah, that's exactly what he was trying to say.
Yeah. So it's like I respect him as a rapper. I haven't listened to him that much to say that's like one of my favorites, but I know like he's got a couple clever songs that's like, oh shit, it's pretty
I think
cool.
a lot of people like. I think the reason why people liked him a lot, it was like people could relate to him, especially I think like kids going through college, because you know it'd be like topics like being a virgin, topics like his first love, and then being betrayed by women, and how he was childish, and like he. I think one of the things he says, he's like, I got on because he says he goes to summer camp, and he like you know falls in love with a girl, and he says he went to camp as a boy, and he never got off the bus, and he's basically saying he's still a kid, he's still a boy, and like you know like because from that moment on, he said that he wouldn't tell anyone a secret, but he would like share it with everybody, no matter what it was.
Yeah.
So then he would never be the middleman in between it, or you know where you couldn't tell those type of things. So like I said, it's things like people can relate to. It's people like you know it's vulnerable things where I thought it was just pretty amazing that a rapper would just actually be like, yeah, like I don't really care about cars and clothes and all this crap.
Well,
It's
that's
like,
why.
you know,
Now we're going back to rap, but that's why I like Watsky, man. If you really listen to Watsky, he raps really fast, but like the shit he's saying, it's like it's deep. He literally cries in a song, like
what?
yeah, because his dad's best friend killed himself,
Oh,
and he talks about it, and he's talking about his dad, how his dad's like he's a wounded healer, like his dad, he saw his dad break down,
mm-hmm.
and it's like shit, like you're the wounded healer, you're supposed to be happy, you're supposed to be the guy that everyone looks up to, like what are you doing, you know?
Right.
It's like
Reminds me of
super
Kanye
deep.
West's old rap, but now we all know how he is now.
Yeah, fuck that guy. No, even what I like about Watsky too is that he's like what do they call it, slam poet.
Oh, okay.
So he does slam poetry.
Not really my thing, but I
If
can
you
see why
listen
people
to him,
like
it's funny, dude.
No, I mean I can tell why people like it, but it's just like,
His is different. I listen to other ones, but his is like it's funny, it's clever.
yeah.
Like one of his ones is like the first time I kissed a girl is like tasting avocado for the first time.
No,
It's like
dude.
what the hell? You know, I mean, I like avocados. Like, oh, that's clever. You know, it's like I don't know, but he has a lot of funny stuff and a lot of serious stuff, and his wordplay is like ridiculous. Plus, he touches a lot about like pop culture and stuff and how we're fucking shit up. Like he has one that says "kill the hipster" and how they're taking over like small little areas and then making them all hipster like. They're changing,
Gentrification.
yeah, they're changing things like Starbucks in every corner and shit like that. Like he's on point.
Easy.
He's like ordering a freaking like tacos from a taco stand and something all, you know, can I get an horchata? You know, like yeah, it's funny. I don't know.
Yeah. No, well, it pretty much covers our.
Most of them, like, I still can go, man. But
I gotta. I mean, yeah. I just.
yeah, but
Do you have any other honorable mentions before we wrap up?
Arcángel, De La Ghetto, you know,
Some good reggaeton.
pioneers, man, pioneers. Daddy Yankee. I mean, Daddy Yankee was a pioneer.
Rocky and me
but I
and
don't know.
why.
Yeah, dude. Holy shit.
Good stuff. You like any rock bands?
I said System of a Down.
System of a Down.
Ramstein.
I mean, we didn't talk about like R&B and good singers either, too.
Oh man. Oh, now that you brought it up. Sorry, Oscar is gonna go a little long now. Marcus Houston, man.
Oh God.
Dude, that guy was like my favorite R&B singer ever.
So you didn't like TLC then?
I did, but Marcus Houston was another level, man. That guy's voice is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you have the greats, right? I mean, I don't know about Marcus Houston, but I mean, like you have like Whitney Houston, you have
dude.
you have
Marcus
Usher.
Houston is on top of all those guys, dude.
Shawn Rodriguez used to like Usher. He would always sing nice and slow.
No,
nice and
I
slow.
mean, honestly,
And he also would try to rap, and he'd be really bad at it. Sorry, Sean.
Usher had a couple good songs. I'm not gonna lie, but Maurice Houston, if you ever listen to him, I don't think he ever got the fame that he deserved. He had a really good voice. Lyrics were on, really good, and then you can relate to a lot of his music.
I mean, just like Mario, man. You should let me love you, dude.
Immature. He was the leader of Immature.
What was
lead
another
singer.
song he did too? The Biz Markie song.
Just a friend.
He's just a friend.
Oh, there's a couple R&B singers. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's more pop. It's like Charlie Puth. I like his voice, man. He has a really good voice.
Yeah, I know you have a hard on for him. Anyways,
My son, man. My son listens to him a lot.
Okay.
He's good, man. Good voice.
Right. Going on. I'm just kidding. Yeah, and I listened to a couple songs. It was alright. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot I think a lot of people like the falsettos and people like Maroon 5 guy. What's his name? I think everyone knows his name too. But
Oh
whatever.
my God, Levine or whatever the hell.
Adam Levine.
Adam Levine. There you go.
Yeah, I think falsettos are like people like ooh, he sounds good. Ooh, he sounds good. Like Pharrell when he sang that one song not that girl, Frontin'.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, using the falsetto the whole time. Justin Timberlake. Oh my God, even that's Justin Timberlake. Oh my
Oh,
God,
dude.
even that's Justin Timberlake.
NSYNC. Come on, bro.
NSYNC,
We're fucking
yeah.
up.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, NSYNC is. I mean, it's funny because my sister will probably be like, "You never liked them." I'm like, "Yeah, couldn't admit that."
But now I'm a man.
I'm a man. I could do those things. I mean, it's basically mostly just Justin Timberlake. He just had an amazing voice.
Yeah.
And
That one, what the Future Sex Love Songs, whatever. That's
yeah,
really
that
good
album.
CD, man.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah. And then I mean, the last thing I mentioned is gonna be Beatles. I mean, they start a lot of the stuff like the 4-chord songs and all of them how they're structured nowadays. That was that, man.
No, I mean they're talented. I can't say that I can go and sit down and listen to a whole album.
You listen to a couple songs. I think
I
I'll
listen to a
introduce
couple
them.
songs, but I don't know. Like
I can.
Yeah.
It's just it's once you you get into the couple the songs. It's just like anything.
No, but
Excuse me, anything
I'm
else.
not. I'm gonna say I can't lie and say, oh yeah, these guys are the best. But
No.
they're
I don't
good.
think anyone can
They're
say
good.
that. I think you can say that they were the starting point for a lot of these songs because if they didn't, a lot of what they started especially when it comes to their old albums, their later albums, excuse me, are basically to lay the floor down for all these rock songs, and then all these rock songs transformed into like rap, and then I don't know. It's crazy if you ever had anyone listen to this is still in college and they take history of rock, that's gonna be it.
Beatles.
People will try to argue with it, and a lot of teachers will be like, yeah, but 100% of them will agree that, and it's all music. It's not just that. I mean, from Britney Spears to Slipknot to Lady Gaga to your reggaeton. It's like So Lady Gaga. Sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize because Oscar's an avid fan.
Hey, he almost stabbed you, man. You see that?
Yeah, man. He's about to,
damn, dude.
he was actually about to get up out of his chair.
He's actually gonna delete all your thing. It's gonna be me talking by myself.
Nah. No, she's not bad. Her first album was okay, but the rest was kind of.
She had catchy songs. Not gonna lie. Not something that I would sit down and listen to and whatever. But she had some catchy songs that were pretty good. Her voice not bad.
No, that's the thing about her. Her voice is actually pretty, and that's the only reason probably why I like her is because I'm a sucker for voices. Like I said,
yeah. I'm saying that's why I like Charlie Puth. He has a really good. To me, everyone has their opinion, but to me, and he writes his own lyrics. He does his own beats.
I'm gonna give him another chance. But the only song I ever heard was, and it just didn't sound good.
Oh, he's got a lot of stuff, man. Yeah. A lot of good stuff.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap up.
Wait, we're gonna rap again?
We're gonna rap. All right, I'll drop the beat. Ready? No, I'm just kidding.
Imagine. Like 3-hour long podcast here. The Joe Rogan experience here.
All right, so we're gonna just do our usual. You guys probably tired of hearing this, but we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. Just Google or find us at The Unexplorers. Instagram has the _ between the and Unexplorers.
We're also, you can listen to us. Well, probably listening to us already. You found us either on iTunes, we're on SoundCloud, and YouTube. YouTube's always 1 week delay, but again, the Unexplorers or the _Unexplorers. YouTube is the space Unexplorers.
And if you have any trouble finding us, you can DM Eric
At Scarborough 88.
at Scarborough 88 as long as you want. Send nudes, and we are all strength.
No int.
And
Signing out.
actually, don't send me any nudes. Only Scarborough.
Well, you.
Oh yeah, you can also do that. I mean, I won't care, but you can go ahead and tell me all the things about your bands that you like, your terrible bands, and I will go ahead and smash them.
We're only limited to a certain amount of time, so if you guys want to hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, and leave you guys' favorite bands on there, you guys probably spark something. Maybe we can do another topic later on.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, you guys have other topics you guys want us to talk about? We would
Hit us
love
up.
it because we like talking shit about your shit.
Make poke fun of your comments.
No, but honestly, like if you do have those, it'd be great because a lot of, I mean, probably with a lot of things, but with music, a lot of the reason why I know a lot of music or I listen to this band here, this band over there, is from word of mouth,
Yeah.
which is something that's dying nowadays because volume millennials. But I'm just kidding. But it's great because I mean, I can name. I'm not going to, but I can name a few bands here and there that I would have never even tried listening to unless friends and family told me about it. So
Yep.
it's good to know.
Word of mouth, guys. So give us feedback and listen to Bad Bunny.
With that mouth. Bye, guys.
All right. Peace
Love
out,
you.
guys. Peace out.
Peace out.